Bree Banks here with another hot take. So I really believe that the film Passing was in black and white because it depicted the two main people. That was the whole theme of the movie. Black and white people being black versus being white, or a black person passing as white. So I feel like that was why the film was in black and white. The film also captured how much easier it is to be accepted in society when you're white, or when you're perceived as white, when you can pass for white. We saw that with Irene's old friend, Claire. She was able to make more money and have this different lifestyle because she was passing as white, versus Irene, who was a light-skinned black woman who lived that type of life of a black woman, even though sometimes she did use her light-skinness to her advantage, as we saw at the beginning of the film. Even though Claire's life was easier when she was passing as white, she was obviously miserable. Who's satisfied being anything is a question that stood out to me when Irene was talking to her husband, Brian, and the scene where they read the letter from Claire. It was obvious that Claire wanted to live her life in color again, and she was tired of living this pale life, this white life. Another quote that stood out to me in the film is when Irene said this at the dance party. She said, "It's easy for a Negro to pass for white. I'm not sure it'll be so simple for a white person to pass for colored," which is true. A quote like that is definitely true today as it was in the 1920s, 100 plus years ago. Unfortunately, Claire, the more and more time she spent with Irene and her husband, the more she was risking it all to be caught as being black, which her white husband eventually did catch her and found out that she was black. And, you know, it just wasn't worth it for her because she ended up dying, whether it was suicide or she might have got pushed. The film didn't make it clear. This differs from Color Struck because the main character, Zora Neale Hurston, I don't believe she was trying to pass off as white. I think she was very okay with being black. It was society that had an issue with it. So I believe that's the biggest difference. In the film, Claire was passing off as white and Zora didn't necessarily do that.